How you doing now, Scott? I shot these notes this way. I was just real let you guys know I was working hard in the program, trying to stay messy. I'm messy and organized, and just really be in the program and learn. A lot of things why I distinguish was different situations between your notes and the book notes and the notes what I took. Like I really learned the notes for myself. I really learned from the book for myself. And talking about it, it's hard for me to speak. I really learned from the book for myself that really I want to tell you that I hear the point of view of some questions that you want to ask me. So I answered them like you said, what was the situation? Did the question you asked me, like, what was the question that, or what did Dr. tell Bill? He told me that he was completely worthless, that he was an alcoholic and he was completely worthless. And that's really the answer to the question that you asked me. And the real thing why I was telling you while I was studying about the book, like you asked me about some notes, to let you see some notes what I had over the book, personal notes. What the notes would be like, as far as reading the book, I'm really studying very hard. And I listen to a lot of the narrator other than inside of the stuff what he says in the story, and I follow up and get what he says and reads it. I read what the narrator's saying, but I really listen to the narrator more than the story what he's telling. And I'm interested in the narrator, not so much as the story what he's telling. It gets a whole lot out of the book other than what really you're teaching. So I don't know if you want to learn from any of these notes, maybe you can. It's the situation is not so much about the alcoholic, so much about the guy what's the narrator. Personally, to me, in my notes, I was read a lot of books and watch a lot of movies like Lord of the Rings. You could probably take notes over that. That's why I was going to mention people could do if you know what I'm saying. Relapse prevention doesn't work. You know what I'm saying. I was could be a shoulder for those guys, and I was learn from the program. But if it's a situation where the doctor tells you, or a person like that, person to me like Bill, a situation like that you don't need the was drink, or else it's gonna cause you a bad problem, such as you're not gonna be able to just go to this exam and pass it to me. You're gonna be able to do that. I don't feel like you're not an alcoholic. That's what the doctor told him. So that's what he was. And so once he was an alcoholic, I didn't think that once he was an alcoholic that he would ever get better personally myself in the book. But I was more interested in the narrator. He said something about a lawyer. I know that he wasn't really a lawyer myself personally, so I don't want to concept to think that he was. And that I know also that in the book, he talks about a lot of several things, like he was interested in Wall Street and business. I came to this program to move forward in life and be someone, not to fail inside of this program and didn't be anyone. So that if you know what I'm saying, really just didn't be any. I really just came to this program to be something and pass, and with the help have gratitude and be held accountable, all the way for my notes being better than everyone else's. That's the notes what I got from your class, to be accountable, all the way for my notes to be better than everyone else's. Not just to be so much a pest as a menace, but to really sit here and be the best what I can be by working very, very hard in the program. It's a be very, very hard to do, but it's very easy for me to do. So that's what I will do. And a lot of times in the book, the narrator talks about, I summed it all down. I summed it into what I thought, so how it could help me in life. And I wrote a lot of notes and paragraphs about it and using a lot of sentences, and I was going to be turning in to you guys a portfolio piece. As soon as I can get finished with a portfolio piece, with all the things what I've learned, and very, very good. I was going to work very, very hard on it. It'll take me a little bit of time, and so things like this and like that, but I'm really going to do it. And I got, rough drafts and notes over it, several notes. know what I'm saying? I'm working on in between here, you know what I'm saying, several notes what I have. And using what I learned, the notes what I've learned in the book, and things what I learned from the book, from my own definitions, from all of my education plans and purposes, and really using it with my intelligence, what I do definitely have, right? And really just learning from this book to use this in my life to help me in my business personally now, what I have, and the business situation. You know what I'm saying? What's Dr. Skillworth is a guy who the narrator speaks of, and I really was interested in learning, taking, you know what I'm saying, learn from the narrator in the book. That's really my perspectives on it. And I'm saying I read it and like it, and really like it, and really like it. I really like the narrator more than, you know what I'm saying, situation like Lord of the Rings. I like the narrator. I don't know if somebody if you see that different, if you ever seen that movie, should we watch it in the house? Also, what else has a good narrator? Like in a book like Bud Not Buddy, I've studied that for years. Also kind of reminds me of, if anybody, let's see, what else, Bud Not Buddy, or The Whipping Boy. The Whipping Boy, you know how it talks about I think it's the girl, or adjusted to the girl's head, or the story, not really so much as the child's head. What's the boy? I already know. But those are examples